present here, we welcome you to come forward and give us anything that's on your heart. Come forward if you don't mind stating your name so that we are the record is aware who you are.
My name is Alex Harris.
I'm sorry, go back.
Alex Harris.
Alex, welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And before you get started, I think it's important to understand the Commissioner's Court, with the board that guides us, you can give comments, we cannot respond. Just so that you know, don't think that it's fallen on deaf ears, but we cannot respond.
Thank you so much. What does it take to be a judge? In my past 22 years, I've met many judges from here to Nebraska to California, and characteristics I find of all the judges to have possessed are an extreme sense of fairness, kindness, compassion, and most importantly, they were always knowledgeable, fit, and deserving of the title, Your Honor. In recent times, judges most often come to public eye for handing down harsh punishments, but in those circumstances, harsh punishments are almost always necessary. On the other hand, we see a demonstration of pure compassion and understanding, as is the case with the now well-known Honorable Judge Frank Caprio of Rhode Island, who empathizes with each and every defendant presented before him to the point where you would believe he is related to them by blood. He issues the most generous of sentences, and his demonstrative kindness will forever be remembered by those present in his court to the point to where they will think of him in the future before violating any sort of traffic law or committing any type of crime. Another judge, the Honorable Judge Lou Oliveira, handed down a jail sentence to a military veteran of 24 hours, and the veteran explained his claustrophobia to the judge and further explained how he did not want to be enclosed alone for any amount of time. As a result, the judge spent the night with him in jail to alleviate his anxiety and stress. However, in my most recent interaction with the judge of any court, I found the judge of the court to be lacking in knowledge almost to the point of incompetence, unfair, and unfortunately prejudicially biased. The judge in question is unfortunately one affiliated with Randall County. Her name is Judge Joanne Garcia Flores. I am aware matters involving judicial misconduct are to be directed to the State Commission on Judicial Conduct, and I have completed and returned a complaint form as needed. However, I'm here today just to let the commissioners know of what is taking place in this woman's court. I have a video I'd like to present if the volume on my phone allows. I submitted the video via email to majority of the staff emails listed in the Randall County directory, to which some replied, which is how I learned of the opportunity to present the video here in Commissioner's Court. Upon completion of the video, there are two more concerns involving this judge I would like to address and bring to light before my departure. Hi, my name is Alex Harris, and the following is a discrete video recording of my interaction with Randall County Judge Joanne Garcia Flores, Justice of the Peace for Precinct 4. I started recording whenever I realized how hostile the judge was in her approach, mannerisms, and demeanor towards me. I was essentially coerced and bullied into accepting a payment arrangement despite indigent status, as well as denied a request for continuance for my initial hearing. I have a commercial driver's license and have no interest in accepting a citation for a violation that I can disprove. I initially pled not guilty, then was instructed to change my plea to guilty or no contest in order to accept a payment arrangement, despite already having a payment arrangement with Randall County for a prior offense. I was not granted a continuance despite starting orientation for a new job with the city of Amarillo the same day of my docket call. On top of this, Judge Garcia Flores instructed me to contact a lawyer to handle the matter, despite knowing my indigent status. I contacted the Legal Aid of Northwest Texas, the local legal aid chapter here in Amarillo, to learn they do not assist with traffic violations. Prior to speaking with the judge in the video, I informed her chief clerk, Alma Herrera, of my prior payment agreement, and she asked what the charges were, wrote them down, then presented them to Judge Garcia Flores. I feel like this played a factor in the judge's prejudice towards me. Under Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 45.0445, a judge shall grant a hearing to determine if the fine imposed places undue hardship on the defendant. Judge Joanne Garcia Flores violated this rule. Here's the video.
You can't go to a docket call because you've already entered a plea. Now, if you want to go get yourself an attorney and you want to do whatever you have to there, you can. But that's the bottom line here. There's nothing else to tell you. So whatever anybody else told you from a different department, you gotta go deal with them. Because I'm the judge of this court. They don't make decisions for this court. I don't know why they would have even told you that. And I can't answer for them. And I can't even call and tell them anything because I don't supervise them. You've got to go talk to that girl's supervisor.
I do have a question. In the letter I received, I don't know if it's directly from you or if you have someone that drafts them for you. I was told that there is no opportunity for continuances. Why is that?
I don't know what letter you're talking about. If you show it to me, I could maybe tell you, but I don't know.
It was the letter to inform me of the docket call. That would have been today. And it told me there is to be no continuances.
I couldn't answer that. I don't know without talking to my clerks. So.
Is that like a general policy that you have? I've just never
heard of that.
I never have either.
Yeah. So
I've
is
dealt
there
with
something in our letters that says that continuances aren't allowed?
On the docket one, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. But I know we've allowed them, and I told him, you know.
Then take that off of the letter.
Okay.
That needs to come off the letter. Yeah.
And that in itself completely hindered, I don't know if it was you I talked to or who it was, why I made the plea that I did, because my original plea was not guilty.
Well, I'm not going to talk to you about that, because if you appeal whatever you do, I don't need to hear that, okay? Because I'm the judge. So I don't need to hear any of that. That, I understand. There's nothing I can do about it. You've already got the letter. The letters that we have are letters from the court that's been here 100 years probably. I don't know.
But it's your court, though.
I understand it's my court, but I'm just...
No, that was a question, right? It's your
I'm
court.
just finding out today that that's on there. I've never heard of that. I've been a judge before. I've worked in law 30 years. I've never heard of why. I don't know why that's in the letter other than it's a standard letter that goes out. I just asked her to take that off my letters. I don't... There will be no continuances or passes granted at this time. At this time. That just means write that in there. That doesn't mean he can't file one. So just leave it alone, because that's what.
But whenever I came in to file one, I was told I was not allowed to file one for that reason.
No, you called, and I.
No, I had spoke to someone face to face when I made. How could I have called and made $100 cash payment on the phone?
No. I mean, I think you called before you came, and I told you could do an order continuous, but you had to hurry up and do it because docket was already going to be.
No, I definitely didn't call. 100% sure.
Well, you called and came in.
After doing some more investigative research, I learned Joanne Garcia Flores was a committee board member of the Andreas Project, a local organization to curb drunk driving. In March 2021, I was on the local Amarillo News for a Facebook group I created to help eliminate drunk driving that was swiftly growing due to the idea behind it. After seeing me on the news, the two founders of the Andreas Project, David Elizalde and Lavisa Edwards, reached out to me in hopes of collaborations and lobbying together. However, over the course of the following weekend, Lavisa inquired about a pending criminal charge I had, then announced publicly that the Andreas Project had no affiliation with me and did not support my endeavors. The alleged victim of the charge brought against me has a brother who is close friends with David Elizalde and shed light on the allegation brought against me. Joanne Garcia Flores had bias and prejudice towards me before I even stepped foot into her office regarding this traffic citation for which I appeared last month. It explains her almost instantaneous hostility and animosity towards me upon speaking to me. This is not only an employee but a judge working in your courts. Secondly and lastly, after posting the previous video on social media, a local Amarillo woman and business owner messaged me personally, alerting me to her past interactions with Joanne Garcia Flores outside of her court prior to her election to office. From what I was told, Garcia Flores was stalking her and harassing her and her husband, going to her husband's place of business, telling him his wife was cheating on him. Since Joanne Garcia Flores is one to knowingly judge people based on their previous behavior or allegations brought against them, I just wanted that piece of information to be brought to light. Aside from the video previously played, I have an abundance of materials corroborating everything I have stated today. Thank you.